What's up, guys? Welcome back. If you are returning, you might notice the studio looks a little bit different. I've been doing some rearranging, not completely done yet, but I'm almost there. Got a couple more things to do. Let me know what you think of the new look. But that's not why we're here. Let's talk about Mando and Grogu. Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1. I've been waiting a very long time for this. I'm totally enamored with this series. Mando and Grogu are back. As far as season openers are concerned, this was a great one. This is one we know at the end of Season 2, Mando took off his helmet, which is a big no-no. Now he's no longer considered a Mandalorian by the Creed. So basically we get into this. There's tons and tons of action. We learned that Mando is looking for redemption, which means he has to complete a task to get that redemption, get back on the good side of the Mandalorian Creed, and become a Mandalorian yet again. Now, yes, he's still wearing the armor. He's still acting like a Mandalorian, but it's all to help prove that he's worthy of being one. We get lots of action in this, as I just said. For an opener that was 35 minutes long, they crammed a lot in here. We got a lot of backstory, or should I say recap. They recap a lot of things, but they do it in a way that feels new. So I'm glad for that, because being so long since we've seen the end of Season 2, a little bit of a recap isn't a bad thing. Especially the way they did it. It wasn't overbearing, and it wasn't boring, more specifically. But also, expect a lot of Grogu. Lots of cute little Grogu. I mean, he's giving hugs to people. He's developing his powers a little bit more. He's using the Force. It's just a lot of things that you want in an episode like this, and nothing you don't. We have lots of fighting. We have space battles. There's just so much going on. We have the return of a handful of characters. I can't say enough the anticipation that this episode builds for the rest of the season. If this episode is any indication of how this season's going to go, I'm completely stoked about it. I love it. We also got a couple new characters that we're going to talk about. Some space pirates that are really cool. There's also mention of the Dark Saber. He still has it. We haven't seen it yet, but he claims he still has it. And there's this whole debacle going on that I won't get into. I'm going to try to keep this spoiler free, that I think is interesting, that you're going to have to see to appreciate. And I will say that if you haven't seen Boba Fett, the series of Boba Fett, you might want to watch that. Because the Book of Boba Fett is really linked to the continuation of the Mando and Grogu story. I was on ends about the Book of Boba Fett because there was a lot of it I liked. There's a couple things I didn't like. It wasn't necessarily because of the story. It was because of the structure of the series. I wasn't sure, or should I say, I didn't like how the series was structured. That's a tongue twister. But the last couple episodes of Boba Fett were really wrapped up in The Mandalorian. So if you're looking for information of why this may have happened in Episode 1, Season 3 of The Mandalorian, you're going to need to get that information from the end of the Book of Boba Fett. So let's just put that there. But that being said, I'm really looking for a big development in Grogu himself, now that I see him using his powers more already in Episode 1. So I'm very, very stoked about this. I think this is a great way to open this season up. And if you have seen it, I want to know what your thoughts are. Again, lots of action, lots of battles, lots of information going on, lots of new characters popping up and old characters reemerging. So I will say the next couple episodes cannot come fast enough. I wish I could just binge watch the season, but unfortunately we can't. We got to wait every single week for a new episode. But let me know what your thoughts are on Episode 1. Did you watch it yet? Don't forget to drop a like on the video on your way out. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm Kevin, and I'll see you at the concession stands.